Deputy Secretary General Mircea Joanna, thank you for being with us. The alliance has already made clear that the accession process will be swift. What are the benefits for NATO?
Of course, we have to wait for the final decisions to be taken in Helsinki and Stockholm. The President of Finland already expressed the intention to apply for membership. And we fully respect that process, indicating a very vibrant democracy in both countries. Finland and Sweden are two of the closest partners of NATO already. No need to mention the superb democratic process, the way in which their militaries are high-end capabilities, and the fact that they are already very interoperable with NATO as we speak. They would add value to their security, to our security, and in general to the transatlantic community. And if they would decide, as Secretary General Stoltenberg mentioned, we'll do our best to make sure that we will have a expedited process, and I'm confident that allies will find consensus in that respect.
Well, talking about consensus, one member of NATO, namely Turkey, has signaled that they have misgivings about Sweden and Finland joining the alliance. Could Turkish veto put the accession in jeopardy?
We were yesterday meeting with the foreign minister of Turkey and in the presence of the two foreign ministers of Finland and Sweden. And it was a very frank and I would say constructive discussion. Turkey is an important ally. And any ally, when they have concerns, they have to put it on the table. It was the case yesterday. And then constructively try to find a way forward. So as I mentioned, I think this first informal meeting of foreign ministers of NATO here in Berlin was a success. I want to thank Minister Baerbock and the German allies for such a success. And I also think that the discussion yesterday helped in this dialogue, which we hope will be constructive, and I'm confident that this will lead to consensus and to an expedited membership of both countries if they decide to apply.
And can you tell us what Turkey put on the table?
That's already been expressed by President Erdogan. Also, Foreign Minister Çavuşoğlu basically mentioned this thing. There are questions related to some of Turkey's concerns about terrorist groups and things that I have all confidence that they will be addressed constructively by both sides, and in the end we'll have consensus and welcome to these highly valued and appreciated new members of NATO.
Russia has already vowed to retaliate. They have suspended deliveries of electricity to Finland. What else do we have to expect from the Russians?
As Secretary General has mentioned the press conference here, it is clear that the period between the moment of eventual application by the two countries and the moment of ratification by 30 national parliaments, it will be a period that we have to make sure that short of Article 5 until full membership will find a very credible and practical way to make sure that these two countries, applicant countries, eventually will transit this period in very good conditions. We have no indications.
And could you be more specific about this?
We have no indications of Russia's military intentions. I also believe that the call between the President of Finland and President of Russia announcing this, I think that also our Swedish friends and partners will do the same. Of course, we are prepared for contingencies. There are many things that we do together, some of them explicit, some others less explicit. But I'm again confident that we'll have a timetable that will bring these two countries into our ranks in good conditions, and then together to work for the future of our alliance.
And of course, nothing of that would be happening without Russia's war on Ukraine. And you said earlier that this war lost momentum. So what is your assessment of the situation on the ground?
It's clear that the original plan, political and military, by Russia is lagging behind. They lost the battle for Kiev, and now they struggle in the Donbass and in southern Ukraine. And we see also in some portions counteroffensive by Ukraine. We continue to support as NATO allies and partners. The Ramstein process will continue. And the bravery of the Ukrainian army that we have been training for years, since 2014, since the illegal annexation of Crimea, and the support from many allies for their capabilities will ensure that Ukraine can win. Of course, this war can drag on, and in the end, we have to make sure that in the end there will be a political solution. And also the role of NATO, as Secretary General Stoltenberg mentioned this many times, also the role of NATO is to support Ukraine. It's morally and strategically important. Also, the number one mission of NATO and the sacred duty of NATO is to make sure that allies are protected. And of course, we have to make sure that in the longer run, Russia will have less capabilities to do this kind of atrocious actions against its neighbors in the future.